has different expectations.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
For sure. Right now, you're jumping into the middle of our conversation that we are having about BravoCon because yesterday was a very big day. It was a very big day in AttsLand.
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 I like
That's
AttsLand.
cute.
AttsLand is cute.
Just rolled right off the tongue.
I'm going to write that down.
AttsLand. Okay, we will figure that out. Maybe it's a board game, shoots and ladder style, but with cats and litter and I don't know.
Litter. What if there was a little bag? Wait a second.
Just a little bag.
Hang on. Let's play our board game real quick. It comes with a little bag of litter.
Okay.
Wait, this is actually like such a cute idea.
Okay, well, that's what
doesn't
we need.
even
We need another idea that never comes to fruition.
Okay. It doesn't even have to be podcast related. Like, do we just make a board game about cats?
Yeah, obviously.
And there's a little bag of litter that's like part of the game.
Yeah, obviously, this is what we need to do. First, we need to do our bus tour.
Bus tour and the magnets that we want to sell.
And the magnets. I brought them with me today.
You did?
Okay.
Okay.
Kristin, I was like, I don't know how much time you have after we record, but I'm like, do we do a 30-minute business meeting?
We could try.
You have time?
I think so. Like, depending on how fast
how fast we plow through this.
How fast we actually make these cat naps.
If we stop talking about board games that will never happen with bags of litter. But we do love a board game, and that's on us.
We do.
That is on us. Okay, so we're talking about BravoCon, and we're talking about like
because we got tickets.
Oh yes. Okay, so I did comment. I did tell Atts on the Instagram page like we are back, baby. We will be there, boots on the ground, of course, bringing you the hot fire content that you have come to know and love from Team Atts and AttsLand. So I was just really excited, y'all, because we have never been able to buy tickets on the day.
And you know what? Until you texted that, I hadn't realized that. Like I always, I just delete everything from my brain. It's like, oh, we went to BravoCon and it was great. I completely forget all the hardship leading up to it.
That's because it's usually Matt.
It's Matt and you managing it. And I'm like, it all worked out.
It's so true.
Meanwhile, y'all,
we're behind the scenes, the cat on the keyboard, just trying to do everything so that pretty princess, Bravo, no, what do we call you? Bravo Barbie. So Bravo Barbie can focus on what she needs to, and that is outfits.
Y'all are like in the background of me. Like you're cut up, you're bleeding, you're sweating, you're dirty, you're breathing heavily. And I'm just like, this turned out so good.
I don't know how y'all did it, but good job. I'm like, we nearly died on the way, but we got them.
So when you texted like, this is the first time that we have just purchased tickets from the Bravo website.
We've just purchased them from the website on the day that they went. Well, technically they go on sale today. But we are in a private BravoCon group. They got a pre-sale code.
So good.
And so I had been stalking the page, watching it all, and I actually set multiple alarms on my phone with multiple reminders.
You took your Adderall.
I took my Adderall yesterday just for this.
I was so proud of you. Like to remember to take the Adderall.
Because I couldn't find it. I lost it. Remember, I brought it to you.
Yeah, you brought me some.
I took 2 that week.
Okay.
Got very productive. From that point on, I could never find it again. I had no clue where it went.
Where'd you find it?
I don't remember where I found. Oh, I found it in my medicine cabinet. Oh. Okay, but in my defense,
it's shocking.
I know it is. In my defense, the medicine cabinet that is in our kitchen, okay, it's just one little container. It's an IKEA little container.
The kitchen.
It's in there, and that has like Excedrin, Benadryl, that the run-of-the-mill stuff that kind of anybody in our family might need at some point.
Okay.
Then my Adderall, my medications are usually in my vanity.
Yeah.
Like they're in my bathroom, in my vanity. And that way somebody doesn't accidentally take it. Now, do I think anyone in my family is going to accidentally open up my prescription pill bottle and take one? No. But I do keep them separate.
Yeah.
Also, so that I can see it and might actually remember to take it.
Right.
I'm not in that cabinet every day.
You're not going to go look at the Mucinex.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I guess the bottle must have like fallen out of my purse or something like that. And Lily, probably because Lily is always the one tidying up and cleaning and organizing everything. Lily was
so
like,
much.
This is medicine. It goes in the medicine thing.
Yes.
I know. So I didn't even think to look there, and I haven't needed anything from there, I guess, in weeks. So the other day, it was quite the surprise when I did need something from in there, and I saw the Adderall. I said, here it is, Lord.
Oh my gosh.
It is I, Lord.
You know what?
I can hear you calling in the night.
He wanted you to take the medicine so we could get the Bravo ticket.
It literally appeared the day before.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The Adderall appeared in that medicine cabinet the day before the tickets. And I said, I will do this. I will take this.
Ooh.
So I took my Adderall. I set up the computer. I set up the phone. I had my front gate account ready. I had the credit card.
Yes.
I had it all.
Yes.
And I log in and I type in the code and it actually works. And I go all the way through and I press checkout. And by 12:02, we had 2 wristbands, baby.
Y'all, real wristbands that are not fake or just will never arrive wristbands.
So now it's all coming back to you.
Oh, it's all coming back. Oh, when you said that, I was like, oh, like we've been through that twice.
Listen, we went to New York City, checked into our hotel, and had dinner. BravoCon was starting the next morning at 9 a.m. and you still did not have a wristband.
And then that really sweet girl came through for us. How did we find her? Just on the group?
We did not. We didn't do anything.
What did you and Matt do?
Yes, Matt. I think Matt found her. How? I don't know. He's not even in those pages. Maybe I led him there. I don't remember.
He posted like a Speedo pic and it just... It drew all the ladies in.
People did not want that blurred out, by the way. Many people calling for the real shot.
I know. They were like, I saw the comment that was like, you should have put the real one at the end of the carousel.
It would have drawn some. I should have started with the blurred and ended with the real thing. And then 20 pictures later, if you hung in there, you got it.
I can't. Y'all
led with it, though. I led with it. I said, oh, okay, well, this is going to be the first picture.
Honestly, it was a good one to lead with because it's going to get people to click.
And Lachlan's so cute.
Lachlan's so cute. He's so squishy and fat.
Okay, so we did get tickets. We got the wristbands on the right day, which also means we aren't paying a markup.
I know.
Because we've had to go to StubHub or Vivid or whatever, and then people can charge whatever they want. And so this is the first time that we've paid the real price.
The actual real price.
Yeah.
And y'all, I have to say this because we were going back and forth about do we do general admission GA or the VIP experience? And I got to say, the VIP is much, much, much more expensive than the GA.
The price difference is insane.
The price difference is a lot. And we're sitting here going, in this economy, people are spending this amount of money on VIP. What is going on?
I didn't believe it.
And we like to YOLO.
Of course.
And of course it's going to be a business expense. But even still, we were like, is this a $6,000 trip? For a long weekend?
It was going to get there.
Yeah.
It was going to get there real fast.
So anyway, we decide, we really ruminate, and we decide GA is the way to go. We make the magic wherever we go. Good things are going to happen. We're going to meet the Bravo Lebs we want to see. We've already met so many of them anyway.
Right. There's only so many new ones this go round, right? We have like Lexi Wood, Emerald.
Yeah.
If he's coming. I don't know. A couple new Atlanta girls.
I was going to say, who are like new housewives?
I don't know when Rhode Island debuts, but if it debuts before, of course, they're going to be the hot ticket. I think we're going to want to meet the new girly pops.
Just like how New York was at the last one.
Exactly. But, besides that, they haven't dropped really any new shows that we haven't met these people yet.
Yeah.
And we've always said, I said, Kristin, we need to come back to our ethos.
We do.
And that is, we just need to get in the room.
Just get in the room.
Just get in the room. All the magic happens from there.
And we've already done this. It's in the exact same place as last time.
Yeah.
So we kind of know where to stand. We know where to be, what to look for, the back doors, the whole thing.
The hallways, the like,
yes.
Oh, well, they usually exit from that like concession area. And then if we stand right here, then we'll just be able to catch all of them. And we've talked about this multiple times. We are so alarming to look at. Like when your eyeballs are just scanning a crowd very quickly as a Bravo Leb. They stop on us because our hair, right, is so vibrant and eye-catching. And they just kind of look for a second. And during that startled moment, we say, can we get a selfie?
Yeah.
And they go, okay.
Okay.
But everyone, if you're just kind of I'm not saying like boring. Look, I don't mean that.
Yeah.
Like, unless there's something.
Blending in.
Yeah. Thank you. That's nicer.
Blending in. No, it's just like you when you met Princess Kate. It's the same thing with Princess Kate.
It's a sea of gray and black.
Yeah,
and then here I am in a Walmart blazer
with your
very
purple
bright
hair.
blazer with my purple hair. Of course I'm going to stand out.
Yes.
Of course I am.
Of course. All that Walmart in the sea of Burberry. Like, of course.
Of course.
Like, she could smell the difference in the materials.
I smelled poor. Oops. So we did. We went. We've done general admission. We've done VIP. Here's the thing. In New York, first year 2019, that didn't exist. They only sold 10,000 tickets. Yep. Everybody was the same.
Yep.
You just had to hustle to get your seat or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they move it to the Javits in New York, and that's when they first roll out the general admission, VIP, and SVIP.
SVIP.
And so we got general admission because that's what we could afford, and we went and we had the greatest time.
The best time.
The best time.
Yeah.
Then we learned that year. We're like, okay, VIP does have some perks. And then next year came around, and that was in Vegas, and the VIP was not that big of a difference from GA.
It wasn't. I would say it was like maybe 200, 300 more.
It wasn't a big enough jump that it was like choke you.
Y'all, this year it's like double.
It's
double the amount.
Yeah. That's, I mean, right? Because, hold on. GA was 6 something, and VIP was what?
It was
1,600?
It was like 1,000 more.
It was something insane.
But y'all, I got to tell y'all this. We were very smart to do this because you then wrote me and you said they had this pre-sale code, right? So she goes online, she gets our GA tickets very quickly, checks out, boom, done.
Yeah.
And within minutes, you hop on the Bravo group.
Yep.
And girls get on there and say, oh no. I went on to get VIP. The VIP sold out, you said, in like 2 seconds.
2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds, the VIP had sold out. So all those girls trying to get VIP, they backed out of the system and they went back in to just do GA. And by that time, GA was gone.
Exactly. Yes, y'all. Here, general admission, $650. And VIP is $1,600. So almost $1,000 more. We're talking more than double, 2.5 times the price.
No.
That is wild. And here's the other thing that I'm kicking myself. So everyone's talking about, well, last year's VIP was this. The best part was the VIP lounge and, all the free drinks and the free snacks and the Bravo Lebs. They come in and they come out the whole time. So you don't even have to pay for Bravo Paloozas or anything because they're just in the VIP lounge. I'm here to say, Kristin and I we didn't even know where it was. I didn't know it existed.
We didn't know about a VIP lounge. We never heard it. We never saw it. We don't even know what these people are talking about.
I still don't know where it was because I feel like what's the word? Trans something. We traversed.
Yep.
We traversed in Pride Month. We traversed that Caesar's Forum.
Yeah.
For 3 days straight. I never once do I remember seeing the words VIP lounge for those with VIP bracelets. Come in this lounge.
We clomped all over in our Herman Munster shoes.
Yes.
Okay, we were clomping all over that place. We had gotten so many steps every single day.
Every day.
My lymphatic drainage was amazing.
I mean, couldn't
that
have been better.
It was. By that last day, we were wisps.
Yeah. Couldn't see us. Just floating away, disappearing.
Barely visible. So I am here to say we still had the best time, not even taking advantage of the VIP lounge. So why do we need the VIP ticket this year?
Exactly. So if the only difference is sitting a little bit closer at panels, but y'all, we're talking there's 20,000 people in these panels. So even if there's a VIP section for a third of it, you could still be number 4,000 and 5,000 trying to get into these rows of seats. You're still not going to be on top of the stage.
No, you're not. And at the end, everybody just runs up there to get selfies.
Exactly, which we're good at.
And
so I was talking to Kristin about this yesterday. Like, I cannot justify this price difference.
No, absolutely not.
Knowing what we know and knowing who we are.
And also, we still have to buy plane tickets in a hotel.
Exactly. And y'all, my parents and I were just talking about this because Joshua just got back from Vegas. He's been there for 19 days on a work assignment. And the fact that you used to be able to go to Vegas and spend $25 a night on a nice hotel room because they just wanted you to get in there, spend money gambling, eating, going and seeing the shows, all of that sort of stuff. Now, I mean, I've already looked for that weekend. Hotel rooms are $250 a night.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. Now, we could go to the Luxor and we could stay for $30 a night, which is a great resort there. I've stayed there before multiple times.
Yeah.
But it's so far down,
It's far.
and you know we can't get Ubers during that time.
No.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah, we ended up
we had to walk.
At the end of each day, we did have to walk. Now, in the mornings, we could catch a couple Ubers, but by the end of the day, we did have to walk.
Every single night we ended. So we've already been on our feet, as we've heard, as she told you, clomping around.
In our Herman Munster shoes.
Yes, and we've been transversing through it all, and then at the end of the day, we're exhausted, and now we have to
took
walk
our
back.
shoes off.
I did. I walked through Vegas.
We
barefoot.
took our shoes off, and we did not care. We went barefoot. Y'all already know how we are.
And usually you can hang in there. You wear the boots. You do. But
by the end
of the day, we were done. Yeah, we took them off, and I was just like,
if there's needles, condoms, I don't care. I will stomp right on top of it.
We were paying attention. We were extra paying attention when we looked down, and we walked through some of the resorts where we could instead of, on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
In Vegas, but we did it anyway. And I know that grosses out some of y'all, and you don't even want to know the level of our disgusting.
Well, whatever. You already picked through your trash off the road and then ate a chicken biscuit right after. So
I did?
Yeah, remember. This was a few episodes ago. Remember, you were here and you had brought some food and you were like, oh, I never washed my hands after I cleaned up all the trash.
Yeah.
And then you're like, let me go wash. You said, let me go wash my hands. You said, it doesn't even matter. I already ate food with my.
I did. Oh, yeah. With the rug of it all. And my big garbage can on Yorkmont. Yeah. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this Chick-fil-A on the way. Haven't washed my hands. Then I came in here, ate something else. I think I brought food. Then I was like, let's just eat more. I don't know. But I don't care. And then I posted about the hand washing after you pee on At.
Yes, I saw.
I was like, people aren't ready for that conversation either.
Well,
we're gross.
Yeah, germs are a good thing. They're a good thing.
They are a good thing.
And I have a friend that I used to be friends with, and we're not anymore. But I'd say my one
is this why y'all broke up?
Well, I would say the one good thing that I can really think about from that person is she was on board with that.
I love that.
Like, let's just be dirty. Let's be gross. Let's not wash hands. Germs are good. Lick the floor. Who cares?
Okay, cover up your mouth and give me the name. Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that she was dirty like that,
Yeah.
like gross dirty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it just went up a peg in my book, but not enough pegs to ever make me like you again.
Yeah. Just one tiny
Just
peg.
the one tiny peg. And that's all you're going to get.
Okay, speaking of friends, I have to say this out loud because I've been wanting to. And obviously you already know and you're a part of it.
Oh, okay, what?
The Gigi of it all. I haven't shared on here.
Okay, well, should we share the big update?
Yes. So I feel like there's so much updating with it.
Let's
we should
go.
share. Okay, so I've been wanting to say for weeks, but I have a friend who's moving away.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very sad. I should say a whole family of friends that are moving away. We are very close with Gigi and Sean. Y'all have heard me talk about them.
Yep.
They are our closest living friends. They are literally 2 minutes up the road from us. They have 6 boys. They're all friends with our kids.
Yeah.
And it's just been very close for years.
Yeah.
7 years, 8 years. And they're moving.
They are. They're moving to Raleigh.
They're moving to Raleigh, so it's not that far. And my sister lives in Chapel Hill. You know,
Yes.
I know I'll be up there and they'll come back and we'll go camping and we'll do all the things. But it is devastating to me. And I realized that part of the reason I'm struggling is I have never had a friend move away.
Right.
And I know you're all thinking, how could that be? And I know this is very shocking to you. I'm going to give you 1 second to process.
Everybody pull over real quick
Pull
and
over if
take
you're
a minute just to let that sink in that Kristen's never had a friend move away in her whole life.
In my whole life, I've never had a friend. Not an elementary school, not in middle school. I had one kind of acquaintance in high school that moved, but it wasn't devastating.
Right.
I just have never had someone that's like a dear, dear friend move.
Right.
And I don't like painful things.
No,
I don't like sadness.
No.
And I've had to
Because this isn't fun.
This is not fun.
This is not
And and I think I kind of shoved away a lot of that, but now like it's coming and it's here and I have to just accept it.
Yeah.
I was with them with Gigi. Michelle was there the other night and Gigi was giving us a hug and it got so emotional.
Aww.
Everybody burst into tears. So I'm like, well, I guess I just have to cry.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yes. And then on the whole way home, it was like the floodgates opened. It was
You
like,
had been holding it back this whole time. And then once you finally felt it, you felt it.
it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And I know. And so anyway, this Saturday, we're going to throw a little party here for them. Miranda and Josh will be here. You know, lots of local friends. And I know I'll cry then too.
Of course.
But anyway, I'm just very sad about this.
Well, I'm going to cry if you cry. Yeah. And I'm already choked up now thinking about you crying.
Yeah. Oh, just wait for Michelle to cry. When you see Michelle Van Gosbeck cry.
Yeah, is it bad? I've seen her cry, I feel like. But y'all are going to make me cry.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing. And what I've realized too, and I think this is what's making me hyper emotional, is this is going to be the first of other goodbyes that are coming. And that does include you.
I know. I can't think about it. We're not going to talk about that.
Okay. So we're going to skip over you.
Yep.
But that is a thing.
Yep.
And then pretty soon after that is Tinsley.
I know. Yep.
So I just am like, okay, God, like, are you just preparing me that like goodbyes don't have to be forever? It's temporary. It's okay. Life changes things. You know,
sure.
I don't like change. I like change when it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't like this feeling, and I don't like goodbyes, and this sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you had never had a friend move away when we were talking about it the other day.
No, never had a friend move away. Not in my adulthood, nothing. And of course, like I was in college and then came back to Charlotte. You know, you have that. But I'm just saying, like, someone I'm really tight with, like a best friend, you've just never have had to separate from.
No, you've never had like a really big goodbye.
No. Yeah. I've never had a really big goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I'm 41. So in a way, I'm like, okay, lucky me. And also Michelle and I have been saying kind of just behind the scenes, like how special it is to have something that makes us sad to say goodbye to. And I know that's kind of cheesy, but it is true. It's like, you know, well, it's because it's so great. And that's why it's sad.
Right. Well, you guys will still talk every day, I'm sure, in your group chat.
Well, Gigi did say it. She's like, I'm going to have to force you to become a phone person.
Oh, so true.
You're going to have to be a phone person. I was like, okay, I'm really going to try.
Okay, you will. You will try, and you will do it because it's important to you.
Yeah, important.
Okay, important. So then the update to that is...
So I told y'all, Gigi and Sean, they're moving to Raleigh. That's where they're going. They have found a house. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's near their kids' school. Sean, you know, obviously they're moving for Sean's work. He'll be close to his work. It's going to be great. Continue.
Okay, so I had heard, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to Raleigh. That's so great. And Gigi's very first thing when I finally found out about it was, you know, if Bella ever needs anything, like now she will have a home here. She will have a family here she can come to. If she gets hungry, she can come eat. If she needs to do laundry, she can come do laundry, like whatever. Gigi was just very sweet to immediately offer to be a place for Bella to come. And I was like, that is so nice. Thank you so much. I'm sure she will take you up on it. Blah, blah, blah.
Gigi's very motherly. I mean, she's so nurturing. She has 6 boys.
Yeah, she has 6 boys.
But also like runs a tight ship. She's a good balance of like the loving, sweet, and then also like
she has to. I mean, they will literally take her over. If she gives an inch, they'll take a mile so she can't give an inch. I mean, that's just how it runs with that many kids. My grandma would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I could never slide because I would be taken over. It would literally be anarchy because I was so outnumbered. I had to stay really strong and firm.
That's right.
Okay, so Gigi says this. I, of course, tell Bella that, like, hey, I don't know if you heard, but Gigi, Sean, and the boys are moving to Raleigh. If you ever need anything, she's there. All right. So then at the same time that this is all happening, Bella is finishing up her her freshman year, and is starting to look at apartments and trying to look for places in Raleigh to live because she applied to stay on campus in a dorm and they denied her.
Yep.
There's just not enough dorms even for the freshmen, let alone for sophomores. They have to save them for transfer students and then, of course, kids who are coming in for the first time, mostly freshmen. So Bella's been looking and looking and looking, and these prices are outrageous. The apartment prices are insane. We already know that, but y'all, they are, it's like, this is a college town. How do you expect kids to afford $1,800 a month?
It's wild. And we deep dived it when we were at the beach, and I was telling my sister all about this. Well, Lauren and I both used to live in Raleigh. We both went to state and we lived various different places. So Lauren goes to all her old apartments and she's like, Kristin, these were like janky places. Like these will be affordable. Let me look them up. Let me find them. No. She's looking at like her exact unit and it's like $1,400 a month. And she was like,
and that's before utilities. That's before the deposit you have to put down. It's crazy.
It's insane.
So Bella's like, Mom, what am I going to do? Now, there were some very, very ratty spots that were like $500-$600 a month, they were roach infested.
Yeah.
Like, that just comes with the territory.
Yeah.
I think it's where your parents lived while they were into Amway.
It was Holy Roach.
It was. And so that's a callback. Go back to that episode. Very funny. Very funny. Well, these still exist, and roaches still exist as well.
It's the same roaches.
There's no pest control company.
Like, the roaches have not died. It's the same ones.
They live forever. So they're still there. And Bella was like, I'll live there. I don't care. Roaches don't scare me. I'll just like become really good at spraying them with stuff. Is this it?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Not in the United States of America.
Right. So it's very crazy to me that we are just willing, like I can't afford a place without roaches, so I will just learn to live with roaches. Okay. So we're like, there's got to be a better option. There's got to be a better option. And I think I just write Gigi one day and say, any chance your property has like an in-law suite or something above the garage?
A basement. Yeah.
What do they call? They call that like income property or whatever. Like, do you have anything like that where Bella could rent it from you?
Yeah.
And she's like, unfortunately, no. Our house is just very traditional, right? Yeah. Like, here's the door. Here's the bedroom.
Here's the steeple.
Here's the steeple. Open the church and see all the people. See all my sons. She has 6 of them.
See all my sons.
So she's like, no, it's just very traditional. But we will have a guest room. And so I think we just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, Bella's looking for something. She'll continue to look, but I felt like it was worth asking. And then Gigi, or I can't remember how it happened, but I was like, would you like a very sweet 18-year-old to live with you if there's a possibility? And she said, yeah, we have room. And then I thought, is she just being polite? Like, maybe she's just being polite. And so I let it sit there for a second. And then like 6 hours later, she writes me, and it has its own bathroom.
Right.
And at that point, I thought, oh, she's not just being polite. She's genuine about this. Not that Gigi's a genuine person. That. But I didn't want to impose, and I didn't know if she was just like being polite to me by answering. So that follow-up so many hours later was like, okay, well, maybe she is into this.
Yeah.
Maybe she would find this beneficial.
Yeah.
To have another adult in the house. And
with 6 boys, yeah.
Yeah. And so then I said, Bella, why don't you get in touch with Gigi, maybe line up a meeting and just discuss expectations and, what each person thinks that this would look like.
Yes.
And make sure that you're on the same page. Because I actually thought that when I brought this to Bella, like, oh, I wrote this to Gigi, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.
That Bella would be like, there is no way in hell.
Yeah.
My sophomore year of college.
Yeah.
I'm living with the McDonald's and their 6 boys. Heck no, Mom. Like, what are you talking about? And instead she was like, I would love to live with them.
Yes.
I will set up a meeting with Gigi immediately and talk to her.
Yes.
And they did. And they had a wonderful meeting. And I think the original plan was they were going to move to Raleigh. They were going to get settled in the house. They were going to see how it felt. And like, if this is something that they thought would work, would be beneficial for them. And also, would it be hard for Bella? Like, how does the layout actually work? How does it actually feel? And so Bella had come home and said, it went great. I would really love to do it, but they can't let me know until mid to late June when they move there and like really get settled. So I don't know. It feels a little risky to wait, but at the same time, I don't really have any other options beside the roaches.
Yes. Ugh.
So anyway, Gigi wrote her the next day and said, we talked to the boys about it over dinner. We prayed about it. And we really feel like God is saying to let you into our home. And if you will have us, we'll have you type thing. And Bella was like, oh my God. She started crying. She was so excited.
Oh, she did?
Yes, she was so excited. She really wants to be there.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
She
so I
really
have to tell y'all.
genuinely
So
does.
from my perspective, when I was first like hearing this, of course, like I want Bella to have somewhere great to live. That's all that really matters. Let me actually tell you what really matters. I said this to Matt. I'm like, what matters is her education.
Yeah.
She is there to be educated and to learn.
Yes.
So the living of it all,
Should support that as the end goal.
Yeah, should support that. And I think at first I was like, but is Bella going to have that like sophomore college experience? I feel like part of her freshman year kind of got screwed up a little bit because of the breakup.
Yeah.
And I just want her to be near campus.
Have fun and friends.
Yes,
And
like I'm coming at it from that perspective. But when I've really sat in it, I've realized like Bella isn't a traditional college party girl. Like
Yeah.
that isn't who she is. And I
Right.
do think she's in a season right now of her life where maybe a little more nurturing is what she needs.
I agree.
And she needs to feel really safe and comfortable wherever she's living. I want her to feel really good and secure in that. And I've like crossed over where I'm like, maybe this was just meant to be.
I do. I think it was meant to be. I think that obviously it's a God wink.
It's a God wink.
And it's a God incident. And I'll say it 100 times. But I do think that it was meant to be. I think that Bella is a family person.
She's a family girly.
She's just a family girl.
She lives next to her grandparents.
Yep.
She has all these cousins and second cousins and grandparents and you guys and like y'all like to be homebodies together or travel together.
Yes.
And I just
She needs to be familial.
She needs that. And man, like if this isn't familial, I don't know what is. This is 8 people in a home.
Exactly. And the boys are already obsessed with her. Gigi knew it. She was like, they are going to be all over you. Like, are you okay with this? Was part of the conversation and expectations. Are you okay with the boys coming into your room, wanting to see you, wanting to talk to you, wanting to hang out with you? And Bella was like, I would love that. Like, I love little kids. She really does love kids. And so Gigi said, we don't expect you to be home every night for dinner, but you always have a seat at our table for dinner. And Bella was like, I cannot wait to eat real food.
Yes. And I said that to you when we were FaceTiming. I was like, I mean, Bella wasn't even into like the dining halls of it all. No. And I think she was struggling, wanting to eat just like real food. And so all these little things.
Gigi was so sweet. We talked and she was just like, will you teach me some of your recipes, some of her favorite foods? And
oh, I love that.
Oh my God. I cried. I'm going to cry again. Like I literally cried to Gigi for minutes at a time, just like sobbing on voice notes. Like, thank you so much for taking her. I feel like this is going to be really good for her.
Yes.
And I hope that she's a benefit to you too. Just an extra body in the house, an extra adult. She can go run the boys somewhere. If you need to go here, have her run to the store for you.
Yes.
And Sean travels a lot.
Yes.
Back and forth, And so it's even just the security and safety of it. Just having another person there. If you hear a creak in the night, like she can be there to help you. And so what Bella said is, I just want you to treat me like a daughter. I want to show up in your house and be like a daughter to you. And for Gigi, who has 6 sons, I think that was like really poignant.
Yes.
Yes, I would love that. But also, you're not here to be an au pair. You're not here to do that.
Yeah.
But you are. If you want me to treat you like a daughter, then yes, that is okay. You're going to have a chore like my daughter would. And Bella said, great. Like if you want me to do all the laundry, like I'll just handle that. Can you imagine what a gift it will be if Bella can just handle folding the clothes for all these kids?
I mean, honestly, this could work out and become an incredibly wonderful, awesome, amazing thing.
I think for both of them. And I think that it's so good to live with someone like this, someone you've never lived with. It's going to be uncomfortable and there are going to be growing pains. And I don't think that it's going to be just like sunshine and roses, but I think that that's important. Just like living with her roommate her freshman year, not knowing this girl from Adam.
That's right.
And like, you just have to make it work. This is what being in the real world is like.
That's right.
But I think that there are going to be so many amazing lessons that happen here for Bella. I'm excited for her.
I am too.
I'm like, Gigi, tell me you need anything, you let me know. Like if she's doing anything and you don't want to bring it up to her, you can bring it up to me. And I do value that in Gigi. She
will.
She is very direct.
Gigi is direct.
Very direct.
And she will absolutely address things if need be with Bella. But also, I think if she notices anything, if anything's like sending off a little alarm in her head, she will talk to you about it.
She will.
And I know that's giving
She's not scared of a hard conversation. I don't know why I said scared that way. But Gigi's not scared of a tough conversation.
No.
And so I know that's another reason why I thought, okay, like this could work. Because truth be told, like Gigi is Kristin's friend, and then I met her through Kristin, and I really only see her in the group settings with Kristin and everything. We are friends, but I'm just like, we don't have as close of a relationship. So for Bella to now live with her, it's so funny and so full circle of all the friends.
I know.
But at the same time, I'm like, of course it's Gigi.
Yeah.
Like, of course that would make sense. Because she has such a good heart. And like, this is a very servant's way of acting.
It is.
She walks the walk that she
does.
talks.
Yes.
And it is really beautiful. to see. And I think I had made the joke a couple weeks ago, like Gigi's Catholic. And so when I tap back into my Catholic side, she's like, yay. And like we chat about it. It's like when the whole new Pope was happening.
Yeah, but you know what? I love the thought, you guys, of Bella like fully becoming Catholic.
Gigi said, will you go to church with us on Sundays? And Bella was like, of course I'll go to church with you on Sundays.
Like,
she's going to take her to Catholic church.
Think about this, that your child might just completely be like, I'm full-blown Catholic now. Like the way that would just tickle my brain.
I don't think Bella's ever been to a Catholic mass with me. And now she's going to go with Gigi.
But I feel like Catholicism, like sort of is Bella's way because it is like there's ritual to it and there's, you sort of check certain boxes. And I think that Bella likes that. And there's, I don't know, again, it's just the sense of safety, community, purpose, peace.
Well, I always say that Catholicism is very predictable. Like you can predict what's about to happen next, even in mass. Like you know that we're going to say the Nicene Creed and then or is it Apostles? Don't correct me. But then we say the Our Father and then we're going to kneel and then we're going to sit and then we're going to stand and we're going to sing and it's a homily and da-da-da. And like it's predictable and there is comfort in that predictability for a lot of people.
Yes.
It's like they like that. Some people don't, and that's okay. But I do love the fact that she's going to be going to Catholic Mass with Gigi and all the kids on Sundays. I'm like, go for it. Do you, Bo? It's just very exciting. I'm excited for her.
I am too. I've really gotten on board with this after talking to you, talking to Gigi. I
think you were the first to suggest it. You're like, well, Gigi and Sean are moving there. Why doesn't Bella live with them?
I know. I think I was. But I think I just, it was me just being like, hang on. I just want to make sure Bella's having the experience that she wants to have. But I think this is the experience Bella wants to have.
I do too.
And I think it will serve her well academically. And ultimately, as I said earlier, it comes back to that. She is there to learn and grow. And
are either Gigi or Sean great at math? Because isn't Sean in finance?
Well, I was going to say, Sean's in finance, so I feel like he would
She really needs some help with math. So I'm hoping that between the two of them, they can help her with her math.
What is state making her take?
Chemistry and...
like calculus?
Some other math I cannot remember, and she's already dreading it. She had to drop one of them this last semester with everything she was going through. One of them was a math, so she dropped it. Then I was like, why don't you take it at CP this summer and just bang it out? We're still ruminating over that. But with her work schedule right now, and of course she's trying to work to make all the money to pay the tuition and everything. Right. So it's just tough. I mean, when you're out here like actually having to work and pay and do all the things, it's hard. But that's what Joshua and I had to do too.
Yeah, like, it's the truth.
Sorry, this is the real world.
But it is. It's teaching them real world stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of CP, when I did that funny bus tour. For Clint's birthday, which was a month before his actual birthday, but just go with them.
Okay.
We did the funny bus tour, which was so great, by the way.
I've heard such good things about it.
I mean, I learned so much about my city. I'm like, I've lived here my whole life. I didn't know half of these things.
Yeah.
But we drove through the CP campus and, right by it, we could see all the buildings. First of all, I just feel like they've built and done.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful community college campus.
And the guy, our funny bus guy was like, don't
sleep on it.
Sleep on CPCC. Like community college is not what, when we were growing up, it was like, oh, you're going to community college?
It was literally one old building from the like 50s or 60s. And you just, it was sterile and sad kind of. And it just felt like this is where people who couldn't get in.
That's it.
Or people. Yeah, it was like people who couldn't get into real college quotes.
Yes.
Would just have to go to CPCC. And instead now it's smart. It's so smart to go to community college, especially if you're trying to just get out those core classes.
And so that's what he said. He said, a lot of people don't know, but CPCC, those credits will transfer to any like NC State school 1-to-1. Like it fully will just transfer over. That's how like high up accredited, whatever they are now.
Exactly.
And it was very eye-opening for me.
Oh, my nephew Logan, who goes to ECU, he's taking a math class at CPCC this summer. And just because it made more sense in his schedule.
Yeah.
So he's taking that math class. Also, it's cheaper to take at CPCC.
Well, that's what I say. Like CP is way less expensive. So what are we doing?
You basically pay less. You get through the class in 4 weeks instead of an entire semester. It transfers 1 for 1. So there is a part of me, I mean, we've talked a lot about this in the last couple of weeks since Bella's been home. Like, should we have done a gap year?
Yeah.
Should we have done a gap year, but still gone to CPCC and knocked out some of these core classes for a lot less money? Still held on to those scholarships, but we were worried about her losing her spot in the fashion program. And so, you know, you know your child, you know them best.
Yep.
But don't hesitate to have some of these conversations and really look at all the options, because it very much could have been, or even now, taking a gap year maybe and doing some of those harder classes in a community college where it's a smaller class, smaller professor.
Yep.
The ratio is better.
Yep.
It definitely has opened our eyes. I still think that we were of the mindset, not that every kid has to go to college, but if you do go to college, you go to the university.
You go to university.
And you go there, right? Your freshman year.
Things are different now. It's changed, and I am in full support of CPCC.
They have a beautiful campus.
They have a gorgeous, the buildings.
Gorgeous.
If you have a kiddo and you're in the Carolinas, like I'm telling you, do not sleep on CPCC. Go over there, check it out. Like I don't know. I'm like, okay.
It's a great option.
Yeah.
Because it is so nice too. And I think that you can trick your mind into being like, I'm not even at a community college. I'm at a university.
No.
Yeah. They have some great donors. And then because the buildings are in Uptown, they're very historical. So you still get that look and feel.
It does. I think that's what I liked. You know, there was like the Overcash building.
The Van Every.
Yes.
Is this the same Overcash of our Overcashes?
Okay, it's not, but I'm assuming like y'all are related distantly.
Okay, I know the Van Everys. Like I know them. They're big donors to the Coffee and Cake Fund.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the the Atrium Foundation, I should say. Like they're good people, and they give a lot to the city.
If we sell enough of our Atts board game, we will be able to begin having buildings named after us.
Yeah.
We will be able to do
I just want to be able to pay you. I don't need a building. I'd like to start small and just pay you. And then we'll look at the buildings. Let's start there.
Okay, but
that's my goal.
It may not be through this podcast is what we're saying. It could be through magnets. Just
right.
This is on the record. It could be through magnets.
If I showed it, would it force us to get the damn thing up by the time this comes out? I feel like I can.
Okay. I mean, that's in like 4 or 5 days.
I don't know. I'm nervous. My stomach flipped around.
Wait, we can show it
in the next one.
We're recording many episodes today, so show it on the next one. Then you have a week and a half.
And it forces us. Okay. Well, you guys, that is our catnap for today. Of course, it ran long. Of course, it did.
That's what we do.
That's what we do here.
It's so easy to chit chat.
We're not going to be able to have our business meeting. I think what we do is we just have the business meeting on air. That's our next episode.
I mean, it could be. There are no secrets here.
There aren't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so be on the lookout for the magnets, the board game, and the business meeting.
All right, and a building named after us.
AttsLand.
That is our business meeting.
I know, but okay, Cuidado/Continuara. Wow. I got my Spanish mixed up.